An afternoon fire in uptown Harrisburg. Emergency crews got that call about 3:30 for a duplex fire near 4th and Vaughn Street. You can see there. Fire trucks are on the street, smoke pouring out of the building. That area has been blocked off. No word yet on a cause or if there are any injuries. No word either yet on the cause, but most home fires are accidental.
A house fire tonight in Lancaster County. It broke out just before 6 on Klein Road in West Cocalico Township. The home is heavily damaged. Nobody was hurt. Multiple fire crews worked together to knock it down.
Anybody have a tool? I can watch the window.
The state police say a 32-year-old man has died after being shot by a police officer in Schuylkill County. Officers with the Shenandoah Police Department responded to a reported burglary overnight on West Cole Street. The homeowner observed a man with a machete inside on surveillance video and then let police inside the property. Police say Brian Schuring lunged at them with a weapon as they began moving a bed that he had been hiding under. That's when a Shenandoah officer shot Schuring once. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
As the gates have just opened up for the night, how's it going so far, Rose?
Hey, Robin, Wendy, you are seeing folks' very first look at this year's haunt. Now, right now, we're waiting for the opening ceremony. It starts at 6:45, and we are in one of the 5 scare zones at the park. And why are we calling this the scare zone? Let's ask one of these guys. Why is this the scare zone? Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what we can expect. Take a look at what we have to expect this year. It's time to turn out the lights and get spooky.
Haunt is all about scaring our guests, right? And giving them an opportunity to enjoy an atmosphere that's a little more thrilling.
Dorney Park's Halloween Haunt is now open for the season, kicking off with its opening ceremony.
69 News reporter Allie Reed is joining us live from the scene with details. Allie.
Right, Haciel, I spoke to Pennsylvania State Police earlier this morning. They were hopeful that by around 12 o'clock today, they'd have I-81 back open. Unfortunately, it's now past 12 o'clock. That's not the case. Take a look behind me. You can see just how much wreckage is still here along the northbound lanes on I-81. Crews have continuously worked through all day yesterday and now into the morning today. Will continue through the afternoon as they work to pick up this devastating scene.
We're still tearing it apart, till we get all the vehicles out of here and make sure we have everything documented and whatnot, and then we'll go from there.
As we pass the 24-hour mark, crews still remain on scene of the deadly pileup on I-81 in Schuylkill County caused by a snow squall that moved throughout the region Monday.
He says murders simply didn't happen in the quiet town, and this one had everyone talking.
And you're trying to figure who could possibly be. There was all kinds of rumors going around.
Chivarella was last seen right here, walking down Church Street in Hazleton. It was a route she took every day to school, but Marchetti says, tragically, that day was different.
This girl never walked to school with anybody, always with somebody, but that time she wanted to give a little gift to a nun, and she went for herself for that one day, And it's horrible.
But state police say Fort will never stand trial for his alleged crimes because he died in 1980 and was buried here at Calvary Cemetery in Butler Township. She called their fraud hotline, but was on hold so long she hung up.
How many fraud cases do you possibly have going on that I'm on hold for 45 minutes waiting to speak to somebody?
We called that hotline as well.
Welcome to the Pennsylvania Unemployment Compensation Service Center.
And we waited and waited and waited until finally, after an hour and a half, we hung up as well.
Some of them had thrown them away. Some of them, I guess, were returning to sender.
And the woman says that's her plan as well.
I wrote in all capitals, fraud, person does not live at this address, return to sender.
So, since the woman says she can't get through on the unemployment line, she's going to drop them in a post office box like this one because she says she doesn't want to put them in her own mailbox.
Oh, I knew exactly what happened.
The front porch of John Horner's home has been reduced to rubble after he says this pickup truck slammed into it around 4:30 in the morning. Horner tells us he was asleep inside his home along Route 222 in Maxitani Township as it all unfolded.
The whole porch has got to be replaced.
And you can see just all the damage here on the porch, debris everywhere. The homeowner tells us this is the 8th time his home has been struck in his 20 years living here.
You know that sound. And then you just wait for the state police and the fire trucks and ambulances.
He says nobody was hurt.
The Halifax Wildcat Marching Band came home tonight with a trophy, banner, and medals from the U.S. Band's A-Class National Championships. Their bus and band truck were greeted with cheers. Fire trucks paraded them back to school. The Wildcats performed their annual field show, Aurora. Their uniforms were adorned with Northern Lights imagery. The band director says the students have been working toward this for a long time, building slowly since the COVID-19 pandemic.
It is an incredible feeling for the kids and for us as the staff. They work incredibly hard, and no one ever really gets to see that except for us. And so to have them be able to be recognized like this is an incredible achievement.
Last week, the Wildcats finished second in the state championships.
I would say Steel High has been a bit under the radar so far this season, if that's possible for a team with a 3-1 record, and gave Susquehanna Township its toughest test to date last week. The Rollers with a Mid-Penn Capital battle with Line Mountain, one of those teams that has been in high gear from the start, averaging 46 points a game. You would expect to see a lot of points in this one. But you couldn't ask for a better night for football at Glenn Ressler Field. Late in the first quarter, junior quarterback Caden Cole-Stevens hands it off to senior Jerome Ross. There he goes, 80 yards. What a feeling, nobody in front of you. Touchdown, Rollers. They missed the 2-point conversion, so they trail 7-6. Still in the first, Line Mountain's Caden Maurer pitches to Caden Dunkelberger. Not as long as the one you just saw, but long enough. 50 yards for the touchdown. Eagles now up 14-6. A minute now before halftime. Maurer is going to find Dalton Shadle in a crowd of Rollers. This is good for a 30-yard completion. And that set up Dunkelberger again. Much shorter this time. Still counts as 6. Line Mountain would go on to win a close one. The final score was 36-34.
And on to that, he's going to put the Bears touchdown.
Such a fun rivalry. The schools are they're really stepping it up with the rivalry. They keep it interesting, you know?
Oh man, it's everything. It's everything. I said, so exciting. You know, 37 years ago was the last time I played in it. Now to be coaching 37 years later, whoever thunk it. But it's awesome. It's a great time.
Obviously, we want to set a good tone to finish the season and obviously spark going into the next season, so this is a big game for us.
Gets to the end zone for the Bears, touchdown. Precious pass complete to Nunez. First down, Blue Devils.
collateral is going to be called. I'm going to be a turnover on downs. Please drive home safely. Good evening from all of us associated with Shenandoah Valley School District. Great game, kids.
Listen, we know this one hurts, okay? Off season, some games we battled. We'll get better. Seniors, obviously this is your last game. It's a pleasure having you. Good luck in the future. Obviously we'll see you the rest of the school year. Every game we're getting better. Obviously we got to work on our defense a little bit. We got to tackle better. Offensively we got things to do with blocking and stuff. We got a long off season to get better. Okay? Listen, nobody expected anything from us this year. It's fine. We're going to be the underdog until we prove a point. Okay? So we got to show up strong in the off season. Remember this feeling tonight. This feeling doesn't go away when you just show up when mandatory starts. It starts when we start off season workouts. You do not want to feel like this. I don't want to feel like this. This sucks. Okay, we put a lot of work in, we keep coming up short. We're almost there. Okay? It's been rough. But you gotta learn from this to get better. You gotta learn from this to want to know how much you want to work harder. And you just